Welcome back guys to another video. In today's video, we're going to learn how to make bigger questions. There's loads of really useful question words in this video, so sit back, relax, and pay attention. Alright guys, welcome back. So let's start with how to make a bigger question with a question word like when, or where, or why. It's really easy. You just put this question word at the beginning of the question sentence. So if you have a question like, do you like cake? You can put the question word at the beginning and say, why do you like cake? It's really easy. You just put it at the beginning. So guys, let's go through a list of all the most common question words in English, starting with some really easy ones, and then we'll look at some more interesting ones in a couple of minutes. Okay, so the first question word is when. We use this to talk about the time. For example, we can say, when are you coming to my party? So the question sentence is, are you coming? And then we add when at the beginning. When are you coming? Or if the question was in the past, the normal question would be, did you arrive? And we can add when at the beginning. When did you arrive? I can feel the sweat. The sweat is dripping down. Okay, the second question word, guys, is where. We use where to talk about the place. For example, we could say, where do you live? So the basic question is, do you live? And then we add where at the beginning. Where do you live? All right, let's move on to the next question word, why. Why is asking the reason for something. So we can say, why do you study English? So the basic question, do you study? And then we add why at the beginning. Why do you study English? Okay, the next question is who, when you want to know the person. So we can say, Ryan, who do you live with? So who do you live with, Ryan?
My fiance.
Your fiance. Ryan lives with his fiance. Lovely. Who do you live with? And this is actually quite interesting because in lots of languages, you put the preposition at the beginning and you say, with who do you live? But in English, we put the with at the end of the sentence. Say, who do you live with? And we'll get into that more a bit later. The next question word, guys, is what. For example, we can say, what do you do? So the normal basic question is, do you do? That means your job. And then we put what at the beginning. What do you do? Okay, so let's practice. Ryan, what did you do before you were a teacher and speak like me?
I worked in a supermarket.
He worked in a supermarket, really? Which one?
Before I came to the Czech Republic.
Sainsbury's?
Asda.
Asda. So I worked in Sainsbury's because I was classy, you know. All right, guys, so the next question word is which. This is when you want to know the specific thing. For example, I can say with Ryan, we asked him, what did you do before you were a teacher? Asking in general, what did he do? And then he told me he worked in a supermarket. And I want to know specifically which supermarket. So I said, Ryan, which supermarket did you work in? So we follow the structure, which something, and then the question structure, did you work in? Which supermarket did you work in? So the difference between what and which is we use what for very general questions where there's hundreds or thousands of potential answers. Like if I want to know the car that Ryan has, there's thousands and thousands of different cars. So I will say, what car do you have? It's for a big general selection. But if we have a small number of things to choose from, we use which. For example, if there's only 5 cars outside, just 5, and I know one of them is Ryan's, I will say, which car is yours? Because there's a small choice, a small selection. So remember, we use what for very big selections, big choice, and we use which for a small, limited selection. All right, guys, the next question word is how. This is an easy one. We can say, how are you? Or how do you feel? Really easy. All right, guys, we've got 2 more easy question words. The first one is how often. For example, I can say, Ryan, how often do you go to the gym? So the basic question is, do you go to the gym? And if you want to know the number of times he does it, the frequency, we say, how often do you go to the gym? And the last easy question, guys, is where from. So we can say, where are you from? It means the country that you're from. So we just put where at the beginning and from at the end. Where are you from? All right, guys, so that is all the basic, easy question words and how to use them in a sentence. So make sure to practice using them. Maybe write in the comments some questions using these words. In the next video, we're going to look at the more advanced question words, slightly more interesting ones. So I will see you in the next video for that. As always, you can download the Speak Like Me app to learn all the vocab you need, and you can listen to the Speak Like Me podcast for some advanced listening practice and a deeper dive into lots of these topics. Hope you liked that video, guys. Sorry for sweating so much, and I'll see you in the next video.